Should Weird Al Yankovic be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Why or why not? Yes, he's the best, well, not technically the best, but arguably the most famous accordion player in an extremely specific genre of music. And it is important to honor his memory after he was so tragically cut down in his prime. If you haven't seen the Weird biopic, you absolutely should. Maybe they'd know that if he was more famous. Roll call, what's your horoscope for today, per Weird Al? Sagittarius. All your friends are laughing behind your back. KILLTHEM. Take down all those naked pictures of Ernest Borgnine you've got hanging in your den. If you could get him to do the Super Bowl show and get the artists to come out and join him in versions of their songs, it would be epic. And start the show with Daniel Radcliffe dressed as Al before Al comes out. The skill necessary for Weird Al and his band to do so many genres and styles that well ought to be worth something. Especially for that long. Yes. Yeah. Too right he should be. His rewrites are great and his film clips are funny as hell. Weird Al making a parody of your song is an award itself. When he made Smells Like Nirvana, Kurt Cobain said it was a sign that Nirvana made it. He deserves to be in there. You would think he'd be in there already since he was assassinated nearly 40 years ago. The Rofe is a joke. Definitely. Not a fan of his music, but everyone knows him and his legacy of music. He's been a staple in music for years. Deserve remembrance. Yes, absolutely, there's really no question. Absolutely. He's a fantastic music maker and other artists consider it a bit of an honor to be asked if the weirdo can cover their song. If he meets their qualifications, then yes, he should rightfully be inducted. Criteria for induction according to the president of the R&R Hof. Individuals can be inducted in 4 categories: performer, early, influence, non-performer, and sidemen. The only formal criteria for the performance category is that an artist has to have had their first record at least 25 years ago. That said, candidates are reviewed and discussed relative to their impact on this music that we broadly call rock and roll. The innovation and influence of these artists is also critical. Gold records, #1 hits, and million sellers are really not appropriate standards for evaluation. So I'd say that's a hard yes for Mr. Yankovic. If you would have told me in 1990 that by the time I had kids of my own Madonna would be a washed-up has-been, Michael Jackson would be dead with his legacy mired in scandal, but Weird Al would still be filling stadiums and dropping gold albums every few years, I would have laughed until my skull caved in. And yet, here we are. Rock and roll is about subverting societal norms and making a statement. It's about focusing on music and trying new things with new sounds. It's about performing for thousands that gets an entire room charged with collective emotions. Weird Al has absolutely been doing all that for over 40 years. Yes. And he should do the Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, absolutely. He's been continuously culturally relevant since the early 80s. Big bowl of sauerkraut. I mean, I saw him do his mostly non-parodies tour on Friday, and some of my favorite songs are among those: Dare to Be Stupid, Dog Eat Dog, I Remember Larry, Virus Alert. But I would have to say that's not really the main thing with Al, and it wouldn't exactly make him Hof material by itself. That being said, the R&R Hof is a load of crap.